Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside Kevin Robinson. And Coach, I know things are pretty exciting for you right now because you've got the season cranking up in the spring this weekend. But more importantly, before we get into going up to Illinois this weekend, you've got pretty much a brand new facility. The renovations have been done over there to the track and the soccer facility. Of course, there'll be other phases to come in the future, but a whole new look over there.
Yeah, the new track and field facility is absolutely amazing. For me, who's been a part of this program as an athlete and as an assistant and now as a head coach, I've seen the transformation of the program. And now the transformation of the facility to go along with that is absolutely amazing. We truly have a first-class NCAA championship caliber facility now, and we've never had anything like that. So it's something for us to really be proud of and something for us to really get excited about, because as a track team, your track is your home,
Mm-hmm.
and now we really have a track that we can be proud of, and it's going to be a huge advantage in terms of recruiting. We actually have something to show our recruits now. And, I can't thank the administration enough for putting us in this kind of position and allowing us to have something this nice is great.
Explain to us the differences for the people that don't know track that well, because you've got the new track. The infield is where the soccer pitch will be. You move your throwing events down where the old boiler building used to be. But what's the difference in the old track and the new track? Is it longer, shorter? It's an Olympic-sized track. We know that, correct?
Right. Well, a track is a track. It's 400 meters. The distances haven't changed. What is really nice about this facility is we have stretched everything out a little bit. In order to encompass the soccer pitch, we had to create a much wider track layout. So our field events now are going to be in each D zone, which is on the inside curves.
Mm-hmm.
Our steeple has moved to the outside now instead of the inside. We have a long jump, triple jump, and vault area on the back stretch, which is something really new for us. So, beyond lane 9, we've got another 25 meters of track surface that goes out beyond lane 9 all the way 110 meters.
Mm-hmm.
So we can, our field eventers, the long jump, the triple jump, the vaulters have their own space there now in the backstretch. The throws have been moved to the outside, like you alluded to. We have now Olympic-sized hammer discus cages, which are safe for the first time. So we have the ability to stretch out, and every field event group has their own place, and it's not going to be crowded, it's not going to be cramped. So it's going to allow for better training. It's going to allow for safer training. The surface is consistent, from the base up. In the past, our base has crumbled. We've had areas that have fallen apart, and we've had holes. We've had patch jobs. We've had all kinds of issues, So now we have a very flat, consistent surface. It's going to be faster. It's going to be better. It's going to keep us healthier. All in all, it's a phenomenal situation for us to be in.
You mentioned facilities help you in recruiting. It's also going to help you, as you mentioned, in training, and also the meets that you have. You've had good meets there before, but with new facilities, better facilities, it's going to be able to attract probably higher caliber programs here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think outdoor meets have been very solidified. You've got meets like the Penn Relays, the Drake Relays that have been going on for over 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't just pick a weekend and establish a huge relay meet. Our challenge is to create a meet atmosphere that will attract more and more teams and higher quality teams. So having the facility now in place is going to allow us to at least put something out there that will interest some other major programs like ours. And we're going to host at least one meet this spring. And I've already got about 12 quality teams committed to come to it. We do a good job. We put on a good show. We're in a great place in the South where we can attract northern teams to come down
Mm-hmm.
in the spring where it's a little warmer. So, as long as we put a quality meet on, I think we can attract more teams, and we'll be able to put ourselves in a position to have several quality meets every year.
Give us an overall view away from the facilities now. What do you expect out of your two programs this year, the men and the women? I know the men's is going to be pretty strong. Your multi-eventers and your throws are pretty strong.
Well, I think we haven't competed yet. I think that we have a very good, high-quality team, both men and women. Until we get on a track and line up with somebody else, I don't know where we're at. We've trained well. We've had a good fall. Our training has been different because we haven't had a track to train on. So we've had to make a lot of changes in the way that we do our normal fall preparation cycles. But we have great kids. We have some very, very strong athletes, both men and women. I expect us to do very well. I just couldn't tell you right now exactly where we are until we can get a few meets under our belt and shake off some of that rust.
We're going to start it off this weekend. You're going to go up to Urbana, Illinois, hosting a meet up there. Who else is going to be up there that you know of? Kind of what do you expect out of that?
Well, I think the number one thing I'm really looking for is that we go up and we compete hard. First meet of the year, it's January. We've had our hands on these kids for the last 7 or 8 days. Before that, they're at home for Christmas break. So I'm very anxious to see how we compete. Our competitive maturity is the thing I'm really looking for this weekend. I know we're not going to be at our best, and we shouldn't be at our best. But if I see us go out and compete with heart and we have a refusal to lose, and we compete at a high level of maturity, that's what I'm looking for. So I think we'll have some very good performances, absolutely. But what I'm looking for is this team to come together and compete well together, looking toward our indoor championship when it matters most.
I guess you have a better idea that second meet when you go up to Vanderbilt next week after they've got, like you said, a meet under their belt, and you kind of see how competitive they are this week as far as their mentality. Then next week things kind of settle back down. Yeah,
everybody's pretty fired up about the first meet, and we're going to have some jitters, and we're going to have some nerves, and we're going to have a lot of emotions. Once we get through that, and we as coaches have a better understanding for where we're at physically, I think the next few meets after that, beyond going to Vanderbilt, going into Birmingham, we're going to start to put together some pretty quality performances. And I do expect us to be a very good team this year. I don't want to make any predictions. I don't want to sit up here and say that we're going to win it all. But I have a lot of faith in my team, and I have a belief that we've assembled a very, very strong group. I'm just anxious to get them on the track and see where they're at.
Well, it's got to be hard to make predictions. You're in the new American Conference this year. Your indoor championships for the American won't be until the end of February, the beginning of March. You won't see a lot of these American schools before you get to those championships. But what are your overall thoughts on the new conference?
Well, it's going to be extremely competitive. We've got some schools in this conference that are very, very strong track and field programs, and I think, I firmly believe that we are one of those teams. We're one of the strongest track and field programs in this conference. And I think when we go to New York, we're going to match up with some teams we've never seen before. And we're going to battle, and I think we're going to hold our own, and I think we're going to do very, very well. It is going to be tough, and nothing's going to be easy in this conference, but I think we're up to the task, and I think that we're going to go in and prove to some people that we belong and we're ready to compete.
All right, well, Coach, best of luck up in Illinois this weekend. Enjoy that new track over on the Park Avenue campus.
Will do. Thank you.
That's Kevin Robinson, and I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.